One of the moments in your life when you definitely want your confidence and charisma to be at the highest is an interview, because if you get there, then people have already decided that you have enough professional experience, but you needed to show the personality behind the resume, that you can work with you and that you have enough communication skills. So in this video we wanted to tell you how to prepare for an interview. So let's start it.
Good afternoon, Yana. I read your business letter and I'd like to ask you some questions. So, what do you know about our company?
I don't know anything about your company. I just found it in the Headhunter, and that's all, maybe.
Company works with important private and public projects. It's strange that you didn't hear about us before. So, in your business letter, I have read that you worked in a little center in BBC News. Why are you leaving your current job?
My last job was really awful because I just came home at night and my boss was really demanding to me, it's such a nightmare, so I didn't like it.
So clear. What are your salary requirements?
So I think that I'm a good professional in my sphere of job, and I rate myself as a professional, as I said, and I hope that my salary will be higher than in the last position, the last company.
So
why not?
It's clear. Looking at a lot of great candidates, and why are you the best person for this position?
So I'm confident that I have a high level of stress tolerance and work capacity, and I think I'm the person that you find.
Okay, we will call you back.
Yes, thank you. Goodbye.
My name is Tamara and I'm representative of the most of the famous analytical centers. Nice to meet you, Alina.
Hello Tamara, nice to meet you too.
I hope you don't mind about the fact that you are being recorded. That's important for your consideration after we have an interview with all the candidates.
Yeah, sure, I don't mind about that.
Good. Now I would like to hear more about your education and last experience. What made you choose our company among others?
Okay, I graduated from National University, I'm the government graduation, and I studied political science, and actually it gave me a lot because I learned how to analyze different processes and different analytical and economic processes that connect with political ones. And actually I also took different courses that connect with design, with art, with PR as well. So I had opportunities to meet with different people, different professionals that gave me a lot and that gave me different opportunities to realize myself. At the same time, I worked in one medical center by Mukin, and I was working on different projects, and I was thinking how to make different products better and how to offer them to different people, to different to different kinds of people, and so they knew what to do with them.
Improve yourself how?
Yeah, I said I improved myself, but actually in different ways, because especially when I'm talking about hard and soft skills. And at the same time, I improved myself in the fact when we're talking about fears, because I struggled with my fears a lot, and before I started working on myself, I was really uncertain about the things that were around me.
So now you will have a situation, you will have two options, and you will have to choose one answer and explain why you choose it. Your answer should be clear and understandable. You will have 15 seconds.
Okay.
Should you say ready and we start?
Okay, I'm ready. And so I want to hear the situation.
So, who will be right in a situation like that? A sportsman who wants to be the first, his team doesn't get that high position. Or a sportsman who wants to be the second, but his team wins the competition.
Okay, let me think. Actually, I think that it is better to work on the team when we're talking about business and competitions, because the first sportsman was quite selfish and he cared only about himself. He didn't care about his own team. For example, he wins for the first time, but next time nobody will help him. So I think that situation number 2 is the right one.
You have towards leadership and office worker. Choose one to have one questions from the categories.
Well, I think that leadership, because I'm applying for the position of the head department.
So, your partner, due once with experience, made really a big mistake that took pretty long to correct it. What are your actions as a head of PR department?
Well, it will depend also on how important this person for me and how high his position in this company. But I think that if he made really a big mistake, I'll talk to him. I'll explain that it was incorrect to tell something like that and to do the actions that he did. And if he does even one small mistake once again, I will talk to the person who's higher than me and who is responsible for the people in my department, and we'll discuss. Okay, and if we are given, I don't know, if we give him one more task and he just can't do that in a really good way and he just, I don't know, failed it in a really, pretty bad way, I think that's just one of the reasons why people don't get employed in this company, especially when talking about famous companies. So I think that is my answer, and there are my actions that I will do in this situation.
Okay, we're finished.
Saying that I had an interview with me, I like that.
And we will call you. Have a nice day.
Alright, thanks again. Goodbye.
So, to sum up, you have to be prepared for your interview. That's the first thing you need to know about interview, not even a job one, any kind of interview. You have to be prepared. But while we're talking about a job interview, first rule, do some research. Find out as much information you can about the company you want to work for, about its founders, about its owners, statistics, graphics, interesting facts, everything you can find on the internet, because that will be really good for your application there and for your interview, because your interviewer can ask you some questions about the company. It would be really embarrassing if you just didn't know a thing about it. So do some digging. Also look sharp. Outside look is really important as much as your inside look and inside characteristics. So wear something official and stylish, skirt, jacket, short, trousers. No jeans, no t-shirt, no tops. Just look sharp and to meet up the dress code of the company. Also be prepared with all the documents, with all the copies, with all the originals, with all your passport, ID, certificates, diplomas, and don't even forget about such diplomas as for your extracurricular activities in university or even in high school, because that would be really good and that would be your advantage among other employees. Also be on time. I know sometimes it can be exhausting and it can be really difficult, but you have to be on time. There is no way they'll hire you if you're late on your interview. It would be ridiculous. So just get up earlier, get an early bus or whatever, and just be on time. That would show that you are really responsible, that you are reliable, and that you respect your employees' time. Also show enthusiasm. Just ask some questions just about the temperature in the office, about how things are going, how they're communicating with each other, what about their activities outside the office. So do not be embarrassed, just feel free to ask any questions you want. Also listen to every word they say, but not in a paranoid way, like we'll call you later, and in your head it sounds like, oh my god, I failed, they'll never call me back, actually. But it's cliche. We'll call you later sometimes really means they'll call you later to say congratulations, you are hired or something. So do not be paranoid. Listen to every word they say though, because sometimes they can drop a bit of really important information. And also try to make eye contact with your interviewer, because it's important, and it's create this really friendly and trusting atmosphere around you too. Also answer the question asked. It's the whole thing is all about answering the questions, but don't answer it like for too long. Don't give a 10-minute answer to one simple question. If they ask you to, give more open answers, so do that, but without asking, don't. Also, you have to know your payment requirements, because that means how you evaluate yourself, and that shows how self-assured you are in your work, in your labor, and that means you know the price for your brains and for your work. That's really important. And also follow up after interview. If they don't call you, just call them, email them, whatever, contact them to make sure they don't forget about you and they still considering you for your application. So I need to wish you good luck. And the most important rule about all of them is just be yourself. Do not be embarrassed at who you are, because actually what you really are is the thing that they are hiring you for. So just be yourself in an interview. Just talk from your heart, speak from your heart, and just be yourself. Good luck and bye.